Nobody saw it coming, not the teachers, not the students, and certainly not the bullies who had ruled Jefferson High like a pack of wolves. But the day the new kid showed up, everything changed. It was a Wednesday morning, the kind that felt heavy with tension in the air. School had just resumed after the summer break, and along with it returned the quiet fear that students like Sam and Lily knew all too well. Jefferson High had a reputation, not for academics, not for sports, but for the bullies that made its halls a nightmare. The worst of them were Brad, Mikey, and Cole. Seniors with big egos and bigger fists, they controlled the school through intimidation, and nobody dared cross them. Then came Jaden. Tall, quiet, and dressed in simple clothes, he walked into school with nothing flashy, just a worn-out backpack and an old copy of a novel in his hand. No one knew where he came from. He had transferred from out of state, and rumors quickly began to spread. Jaden didn't talk much. He kept to himself, ate lunch alone, and didn't react when Brad's gang began their usual torment. They tripped him, knocked his books to the ground, and whispered threats in passing. But Jaden didn't react the way they expected. He didn't get scared, didn't argue, didn't even flinch. He simply picked up his books, looked them in the eye, and walked away. The bullies hated that. Fear was their fuel, and Jaden wasn't giving them any. They pushed harder, cornering him near the lockers, mocking his clothes, daring him to say something. Still, Jaden remained calm. By Friday, the tension had built to a boiling point. During lunch, in a crowded cafeteria buzzing with noise, Brad slammed his tray down on Jaden's table and barked, "You deaf or just dumb?" Jaden looked up, closed his book slowly, and replied, "Neither." The room fell silent. Mikey pulled up a chair, smirking. "You got guts. Let's see if you're as tough as you act." Cole cracked his knuckles and nodded toward the back of the gym. "Let's take this outside." The crowd followed. This was the moment everyone expected, the moment the new kid would finally get what was coming. Phones came out, and whispers filled the air. Brad took the first swing. It was wild and fast, but Jaden moved like water. He stepped aside, grabbed Brad's arm, and flipped him to the ground in one clean move. Mikey rushed him next, fists flying, but Jaden ducked low, swept his legs, and sent him crashing. Cole hesitated, but charged anyway. Jaden caught his wrist and delivered a swift, clean blow to the gut that left him wheezing. It was over in seconds. Everyone stared in shock. Jaden stood still, breathing evenly, not proud, not angry. Calm. He walked over and picked up Mikey's phone, which had flown from his hand during the scuffle, and handed it back to him. He helped Cole sit up and told Brad to get some ice for his wrist. No insults. No threats. Just a firm message, I didn't come here to fight. But I won't let anyone treat me like I'm less than them. The video of the fight spread through the school like wildfire. Everyone watched it, not just because Jaden had won, but because of how he won. No rage. No bragging. Just control, strength, and quiet dignity. The principal called Jaden to the office, reviewed the footage, and instead of punishment, shook his hand and thanked him for not escalating the violence. Jaden didn't become popular overnight. He still kept to himself. But something changed. Other students began to sit with him. They started opening up, sharing their own stories of being bullied, of feeling powerless, of wishing they could fight back. Jaden didn't give speeches. He didn't play hero. He just listened. And little by little, the fear that had ruled Jefferson High started to fade. Brad, Mikey, and Cole lost their grip on the school. Not because they were humiliated, but because their power didn't work anymore. Students stopped being afraid. Jaden had shown them a different kind of strength, one that didn't need to roar. He had faced the worst the school had to offer, and stood tall, not with fists, but with calm, quiet resolve. He taught them that being strong doesn't mean being loud. It means knowing who you are and refusing to be broken. His challenge wasn't just physical, it was emotional. He fought the fear of starting over, the isolation of being the new kid, the temptation to lash out. And he overcame it all not by becoming like the bullies, but by rising above them. By the end of the year, Jaden wasn't the new kid anymore. He was a symbol. A reminder that even in a place where kindness is rare, courage can be quiet and still change everything. If you've ever been bullied, felt alone, or been afraid to speak up, tell us in the comments. Your voice matters. Your story matters. And who knows? You might inspire someone else to stand strong, too. And if you believe in standing up, standing strong, and standing kind, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell icon. This channel is called Be Kind Always, because kindness is a kind of power the world needs more of.